She-Hulk episode 4 has premiered, and you know what that means. It's time for review, breakdown, Easter eggs, and some theories. So if you haven't seen the episode yet, save this video for later, come back to it, so we can talk about spoilers and all that. First of all, I want to say that this episode is really fun. I really like following Jen with her dating life, and just trying to explore the world as now She-Hulk, because she's having a hard time finding any guy to date her as Jen. But as soon as she turns into She-Hulk, she gets all these dudes like no tomorrow. But before we get too far into that, we have to get to the plot that sets up all that, which is Wong. Our boy Wong is back. He's here to get Jen to help him to do a cease and desist on Donnie Blaze. Not Johnny Blaze, Donnie Blaze. And I love that it's Donnie Blaze because everyone was freaking out when they first saw it. They're like, oh my god, it's Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider's coming. But it wasn't. It was just Donnie Blaze, and they were just fucking with us like no tomorrow. But I was hoping that someone would be like, hey, are you Johnny Blaze? And he'd be like, no, I'm not that stuntman. I am Donnie Blaze the magician. But we didn't get that, and that's okay. But I still thought it was pretty funny. We also got one of our new best additions to the MCU, and that is Madisynn with 2 N's and a Y, and the Y isn't where you think it would be. She was just hilarious. You got this drunk girl going around and being BFFs with Wong by the end of it, which I thought was hilarious, and I love that there's a post-credit scene of her and Wong watching a movie. I'm not sure if it was Sopranos or not, but hey, I like that they were doing it, and Wong has a new BFF. Doctor Strange, watch out. I like how the plot was focused around Donnie Blaze, who was a sorcerer, who was just a failed sorcerer, kicked out, and Wong didn't want to have to deal with him. But he still had a sling ring, and he was still performing magic, but Wong didn't want to have to deal with that shit, because Donnie Blaze sent Madisynn to this other realm, where she met a talking goat, and made a deal with a demon. And the talking goat was named Jake, and my first question is this supposed to be Mephisto? Like, is it Mephisto? Because that was my first thought, that it could be Mephisto, like no tomorrow. We haven't got enough Mephisto talk in a while, so it had to be, right? Sadly, no confirmation. Honestly, it could have been any kind of demon, so if you know what it is, let me know down in the comments below, because I think it'll be pretty interesting to know. When Madisynn got sent to that realm, in the Sling Ring portal, it kind of looked like orcs, but she references goblins and everything, so I'm kind of curious to what dimension she went to, because they never actually told us exactly which one she went to. Because it looked like she went to like Lord of the Rings for a second there. But I thought it was pretty cool, and I like how Wong gets all fussy and mad because Madisynn just drops into his house, spoils Sopranos for him, and he has to go to Jen to get some help. I like how when Jen's trying to explain to him law, having contract, NDAs, he's like, well, we don't have any of that. And he's like, we have the Book of Ashanti. And I also like how later he also mentions that they could just trap Donnie Blaze in the mirror dimension. I think Wong his solution to everything is just drop him in the mirror dimension, then you don't have to deal with it. Pretty fun though. This episode was a lot of fun, and I love seeing our boy Wong come back. And Wong is one of my favorite characters now, and I just love seeing him around. I hope he appears in like everything, just in like small cameo roles. Let's get back to Jen's dating life, because as She-Hulk, she meets a guy that likes to listen to her and wants to talk to her, and then they all go south. Because as they're about to hook up, Wong just opens a portal and pulls her into this demon battle because Donnie Blaze has opened a portal to this realm, which might be Limbo, but I'm not 100% sure, where a bunch of goblin demons are coming out and attacking everyone around them. And Wong is trying to shut the portal but can't and needs a Hulk's help. So Jen gets to be a superhero. You see her using her strength and throwing the goblins, which I think is cool to see her still be a superhero, also being a lawyer. And I like how she even references, like, this is billable hours. So, fun little moment there. And then they finally close it all up. Donnie Blaze says that he'll stop because, well, he has to. And Jen gets back to her day where she can hook up with the dude. But then She-Hulk gets to have a little bit of fun. However, that ends up with her waking up in the morning in Jen form and the dude leaving and not even calling her back because she's now in Jen form and not a big hulking monster. However, that dude was living all of our dreams. And, I wish I was him. I would have been fine with Jen. She transforms back and forth. That's perfectly okay with me. And then we get to the part where Titania is now out of prison. And she's suing Jen for the trademark She-Hulk. Because as soon as she got out of prison, she trademarked She-Hulk. But Jen didn't. So now she's suing her. Which I think is going to be a fun dynamic next episode. And I am looking forward to seeing how Jen deals with this. And seeing how Titania, comes back on screen, because I am looking forward to it. I was hoping we'd get more to her after that first episode, and I'm glad that she's not just thrown in jail and we won't see her again. Because I like the actress, and I want to see this kind of fun role play out. Honestly, each She-Hulk episode is really fun. I love how they poke fun at the fans. The fourth wall breaks are amazing. I love how Jen, again, pokes fun at the fans. They're like, oh, you're going to see Wong again. You're going to really like this. And there's just so many little subtle things throughout this episode that I really enjoyed. I giggled through the whole thing, and that's why I come to have a good time for the show, and I did. How did you guys feel about this episode? Did you like Wong showing up again? What do you feel about Madisynn? Because I think she's the best new addition to the MCU, if you ask me. I'm totally not kidding. And on top of it, I hope we get to see Johnny Blaze one day, and I hope that is Mephisto that she referenced. Were there any Easter eggs I might have missed? Because honestly, I didn't see that many in this episode. And remember, if you like content just like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button for more, and go follow me on my other socials because I post regularly on almost everything. You can find all that information in the description down below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought of the episode, and I'll talk to you guys later.